Hello, my lovelies. Happy Monday. This is going to be your weekly. This one's a collective. Last week, around the first of the month, I will always post sign-specific readings, so check those out. It's on YouTube. So we are going to pull 7 oracles and 7 tarot, and we're going to see what the energy is. Lady Venus. So downloads and understanding. Spirit's really trying to communicate something to you this week. So truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So you might have a sudden knowing about something. Love that. The Hierophant. It's all about ascension, right? We're tapping into those spiritual gifts. We're understanding what Spirit's, the pipe that Spirit's laying down. We're trying to pick it up, right? We're trying to understand all of these things. So I feel like you're going to all of a sudden have the answer that you need, especially if you are connecting to your spirit guides, God, Source, Spirit, the universe. The Hierophant's Taurus energy, so it can be kind of stubborn, moving energy. We're going to be in Mercury in retrograde for most of this month. We're also going to have Jupiter in retrograde towards the end of the month. So there's a lot of things that are going to make us feel like we're stuck and traveling backwards, okay? So don't lose hope that things can get better. Remember that it's like an energetic pause and a review process when we're in any sort of retrograde. Can it wreak havoc? It can. Can it be really annoying? It can. But it's also something that helps you to go, is what I'm doing working, or do I need to take a step in a different direction? So some of you might be contemplating marriage and commitment. The Hierophant is synonymous with that as well. So you have to ask yourself, is this the right person for you or not? And if it's not, don't sign on the dotted line. I would be hesitant to sign any sort of legal binding contracts, marriage is one, until the end of Mercury in retrograde, which with the shadow period would be about mid-December. So I would hold off if you can, if at all possible. And if you can't, read the fine print, know exactly who and what you're getting involved with. Tuesday, Kali Ma, facing fear. Okay, she's equivalent to like the death card in tarot. So there's some sort of fear that's coming to the surface. Maybe it's about commitment. Maybe some of you are like, yeah, no, I don't know if I want to do all that. That's fine. Check in with yourself and figure out why. Why don't you? Major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. So some really positive changes come by facing your fears, because it does have to do with love, right? So the knight in shining armor could be coming in, bringing you some sort of meaningful gift. Could be a surprise proposal for some of you, especially with the Hierophant. So I feel like Monday and Tuesday is going to be kind of big focus on love and releasing the fears. And Master Buddha. So some sort of awareness, right? Buddha, really interesting, was a monk that reached spiritual enlightenment, okay? And so what that translates to is kind of omnipotent power, or all-seeing, all-knowing energy, right? Realizing that every living thing on this planet is interwoven and interconnected, that we all are connected to each other by an energetic cord, so to speak. And so we're starting to master our awareness. So some increased awareness is coming in, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Monday's energy is downloads and intuition, okay? So are we starting to see a pattern here? By releasing the fear, we're tapping into the knowing what we need to know. Love that. Okay. Ooh, and communication. Spirit could be communicating. This could be some sort of communication about some life events. Maybe it's somebody communicating their feelings. Somebody might be traveling towards you. Maybe distance has been an obstacle for this relationship or union to really stabilize. So I do feel they're giving me a little birdie told me, and there's little birds here on the card, on the wands there. You can see the little tiny birds there. Let's see. Kind of looks like a hummingbird. So birds could definitely be significant. Spirit's telling me pack light. So you might be leaving a lot of things behind to travel and move forward. We have Master Jesus for Thursday's energy. So he's an ascended master, all about love and light, right? What's the 5D energy? Love, light, Christ consciousness, okay? And that's what we are energetically evolving into. So this is a lesson in forgiveness. Do you need to forgive yourself or someone else? Especially yourself. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness, and Father healing is possible at this time. You might come from a situation where you don't know your biological father. Maybe you grew up in a single parent household. Maybe you don't have connection to God, source, spirit, energy, and spirit is encouraging you to heal those wounds and to connect. King of Cups, okay? Lots of love. So I will tell you, as a medium, when I tap in to the Holy Spirit energy or angelic energy, what happens is I'm typically overcome with emotions, not because I'm upset or anything. I'm just overwhelmed, and that's how it presents itself. That's how I always know when I've connected with Holy Spirit energy, because I start sobbing uncontrollably out of nowhere. And so he brings in this safety, this comfort, this light and love. And that's exactly when I tap into God energy or source energy, what it feels like. Incredibly warm, incredibly loving energy. And God is literally energy. And so Christ energy is coming through with unconditional love. I feel like they're also bringing in a partner, a true partner that embodies that light and love energy, protective, encouraging, safety, trusting, all of those things that you would need in a solid, stable commitment is coming in for you. I absolutely love that. All right, we have Saint Germain releasing karma. Who, me? What? Karma? Karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. It's all about opening up your heart space. The color purple could be really significant. It's one of my favorite colors. It's the crown chakra, okay? It's all about that encouragement to open up your intuition and to really trust what it is that's telling you. Ironically enough, I have one of my merch shirts on, and we've got purple wings on the shirt. Link in bio if you would like to purchase one. So I feel like there's this energy that spirits, your path has probably been really difficult, and I'll tell you why. Because you were meant to forge a path forward. You're not meant to be a follower, you're meant to be a leader. If that rings true for you, your path has been more difficult. The reason being is because you are the leader that other people will follow. And I can say that that rings true in my world as well. So you might have had some dirtbags in your life, okay? There were probably lessons to show you who you can trust and who you can't. So please watch out for deception at this point in the game, okay? Liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, untrustworthy people, deception. They're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. If you are fucking tapped in, that is not possible. Spirit will give you the gift of discernment so that you are able to see through anybody's deceptive behavior. And Spirit is encouraging you to use that. So there is some sort of karmic debt here that I'm picking up. And I don't feel like it's on my viewer's part. I feel like it's on somebody else's. So know that Spirit sees everything. And if somebody has wronged you, it will come out. All right, the Divine Director. So in this deck, this is Archangel Michael. The intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided, and happiness is your purpose. So by living your purpose, you should be happy to get out of bed in the morning, right? You're not at a soul-sucking job that drains the life out of you, or you're making adjustments to leave that. Because I feel like as we elevate to the 5D, we're going to start to really see that we have to follow our happiness in order to align with that energy. Love it. Beautiful. Hanged Man. Are you what's holding you back from actually living your life with purpose? Typically, yes, you are. So fear could be an obstacle, right? I feel like not listening to your intuition is also an obstacle. So really tapping in and trusting those things this week is going to help you to shed the fear. And Diana, some focused intention. So super, super important, especially if you're manifesting. I don't recommend it during Mercury in retrograde, but you're all adults, you do you. But it can be kind of unpredictable or chaotic results, so know that. But focus your intention. During a retrograde is a fantastic time to set new goals, okay? Not to act on them, but to be in the planning stage, right? Almost like you have a pros and a cons list of what's working in your life and what's not. What do we need to like weed out and get rid of so that we can energetically make the space for the new stuff we want to come in? So think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. You need to get curious because there's going to be a lot of attention on you, I feel like, in the coming weeks. I feel like with the Page of Swords, there is this curiosity. There could be gossip. There could be rumors. You might be the talk of the town for some reason or another. But people are starting to notice you. And I feel like your intention might be to be seen. Maybe you want to blow up on social media. Maybe you want to be rich and famous. People are starting to see what it is that you do, what you bring to the table. And I feel like the fear needs to be replaced by love and intuition. And that helps you to energetically free yourself from what's keeping you stuck. Have a great week.